Again, Kevin Culp, PM Head of Cloud Management Solutions here at Supermicro, continuing our podcast on SDX, Super Developer Console. In the previous videos, we showed you how to instantiate a container, and we went in and looked at the endpoints of PyTorch and TensorFlow. But in this particular video, I decided to provide you a little bit more advanced concepts, something that we did here in Madrid a couple of weeks back. I was in Madrid with a breakout session showing our customers and channel partners what we've been working on extending our software portfolio as it relates to applications and a one-click operation of how you could basically instantiate a container for an AI inference. So if you did not see me in Madrid, sorry I missed you. Hopefully you can see me in various other types of shows that are coming up. I'll be at Supercompute here in November, and then also some of the other shows that are coming up for AI and high performance compute. What we're seeing here is the control plane or the landing page that we came in. Remember, we have users that we assign to projects. So if you are a user that has system admin privilege, you will not have various different privileges to be able to instantiate VMs or containers. So that's something to watch out for. So in this case, we have a user that we've defined and associated with a project, and we're going to log into that user. That user basically is going to be culp_k. And so we're going to plug in culp_k here, and then we're going to select the login type to be LDAP here, and then we're going to put in our password. And once we put in our password, we'll get to the main screen here of our developer console control plane. And you could see here that we have two clusters that we can utilize. And each of these clusters either have GPUs in them or basically standard compute for instantiation of VMs. And I want to mention too as well as we're working on building in support now for HAMI or HAMI. And eventually we had support for KubeShare. We ran into some challenges that I talked about that in some previous videos. And now we're moving into support of HAMI to be able to support various other GPUs other than just standard NVIDIA type platforms such as Gaudi systems, and then also the MI300 series accelerators that are offered by AMD. So you could see here that we have an inference tab here that we can click on, and that's going to be the local AI GPU. I happen to have instantiated a application already when I was at Madrid, showcasing our capabilities and portfolio associated with the control plane of SDX. You can see here that we have an endpoint already created at this point. It was doing some testing here as well. You can see it was created here on 2025 at October the 4th. I'll show you how you instantiate it a little bit later, but I wanted to get into really the nuts and bolts and show you the advanced concept we have about being able to talk to a chat through a Gemma model, which is very exciting. You can click here on the name here. And when you click on the name, of course, you have various different tabs you can look at. Things like our pod name is being utilized here for Innovate through our Kubernetes cluster. It is utilizing our GPU system 4029 is our GPU server. And you can look at a lot of information here, metadata that is going to be helpful operationally to be able to support your tenants that are utilizing your service, right? Whether you're cloud service provider and NeoCloud, so on and so forth. So this is more of OpEx type stuff, operational stuff that you would provide to a NOC, where they would be monitoring and making sure that your service is of high availability and you're servicing your particular customers, right, within your tenant cloud. All right, so let's click into the entrance point here, or the entry point, and immediately we're thrown right into the local AI dashboard. Here we're going to click on the chat option here, and the thing we're going to do here is basically ask the chat or the Gamma model, who is Elon Musk? So we can say, who is Elon Musk? And then at that point, it'll go out and communicate with the particular model. And of course, it responds back to say all of the various initiatives that Elon Musk has been involved in, right? Where he started out, where he was born in South Africa in 1971. He is a resident of Palo Alto, and also the key areas of focus and ventures he's been involved in. And of course, we all know he's involved in Tesla, building the Tesla car. He's a huge, huge innovator in SpaceX and innovation in space. And various other projects he's involved in. He was formerly acquired Twitter in 2022. He's doing some Neuralink projects. He was also involved in some open AI partnerships and so on and so forth, right? So this is kind of important. So you can ask the model various different things. So I'm located here in Arizona. So let's ask basically here where Tucson is. And then we will see if the model responds back, where is Tucson? And it should tell us, yes, of course, it's located in Arizona in the Sonoran Desert. It's in the southwestern region. And then you can see here the different food that it's influenced. We have a huge diverse culinary culture here in Tucson for Mexican, Southwestern, and Mediterranean influences, and various different festivals that are part of the Tucson culture and community. So that shows you, in essence, the actual communicating with the model and doing the one-click operation of being able to see and ask the Gamma model. So let's backtrack here a bit and say, well, gee, Kevin, how do we create this, right? How do we deploy or create a model? And so I'll show you here. We'll delete this one, and we'll start and basically instantiate one. So you can see here, we're deleting the model now. At this point, you'll see the entry point go away, the end point, and then it'll free up that GPU. And now we have no data sources, right, that we're actually using. So we can use, again, the San Jose cluster. You can use the Mars cluster. In our case, we'll use the San Jose cluster. We'll create our local GPU here, our local AI GPU, our inference model. And then we can, then let's call it AI. We'll call it AI, this guy, Innovate EMEA. You can say here, it's the Gamma model, if you like, or any description you want to, which will be important there. Maybe you're doing some modeling associated with biometrics or DNA or those kinds of things in the healthcare sector. Various different ways you can collect data. Maybe you're doing some insurance data collection for AI inferencing or other various types of things that you're scraping and gathering in your environment. All right, so we're going to click on next here. And then you can see here, if you had various wrappers you were using, we're using obviously the CUDA wrapper, so we can leave that as the image. We're going to utilize a flavor of 8-core 60 memory and 1 GPU. So if you had additional flavors you created as part of a cluster, you could utilize those. They would be available as basically drop downs. If you click on the eye here, it shows you the various flavors that are available basically to you. All right, so we're going to click on the tab next here, And then we're going to set our volume settings for our mount points. The first one is we're going to use a local AI model for our mount directory. And of course, this is stored, guess where? In our NFS SharePoints, right? Our storage backend that we created. And then we're going to click on add more here. And then we're going to use an AI backend, also mount point. We're going to say next here. And then you can see here that we've created the name, the description, the various image and flavors we're using, the volume settings here, and anything else that we've added in, such as quotas, memory, and core. So we can click on the submit option. At this point, you'll see it'll queue up, it'll go out and find that GPU that we can lock or basically bind to. You'll see it moving into an installation, what we call an initializing state. The endpoint is there available, and then you'll see the status change to ready. And then it's ready to go. Then we can basically click here, and then that will be available to us to enter back into chat and then ask the questions we need to ask associated with the model. All right, so that completes this particular video clip on AI inferencing and with a one-click operation, how we use advanced features and concepts here to be able to now, with your user community, to create applications and a ready model that you can get to work and provide that service in your cloud service provider in NeoClouds. I'm Kevin Kolb signing off here. Thanks for joining today. We'll see you next time across the aisle.